My name is Ian Dowling, and this is my first speech for speech class at Marion Tech. Today I'm going to teach you how to ride a motorcycle for the how-to speech. First off, I've been riding for about almost 4 years, I think, and this is my third bike. It's a Yamaha MT-09, and it's a lot of fun. But before we get to riding, we have to cover some of the basic controls. So right here on the handlebar is the clutch. On the left side of the handlebar is the clutch, and on the right side of the handlebar is the front brake. The brakes are controlled separately from each other, so the front is independent from the rear. The rear brake is controlled down here with the foot lever, and that controls the rear brake. And in order to shift the bike, the shifter is on the left side right here. And the way this works is there's 6 speeds, 6 gears. Neutral is a half click between first and second gear. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right here there is the pattern for the gearbox. So when you're shifting the bike, and I'll show you this later, but when you're shifting the bike, you push it down 1 to go into first gear, and then up past neutral into second gear, and then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, if your bike has a 6th gear, which this one does. Now, in order to show you how the controls function and everything, I'm going to switch to my helmet camera to kind of show you everything. And it's a lot easier to do with both hands than just one. Okay, so now that my helmet's on, I can easily show you the controls and everything and how they work. So first, what you're going to want to do to get going, obviously turn it on. And you can see right here, there's a green N right there on the screen and right there on the side. It means the bike is in neutral. So if you want to go into first gear, you pull the clutch in and you kick it down 1 into first gear. You'll see right there it says first gear. And to go into second gear, you go up past neutral into second gear. And then neutral is just a light half click down from second or half click up from first gear. So I'll get on the bike, and to start it, you can, this is the stop start switch. If it's up, just push it down and push it in, and there you go, the bike is on. Now there's a safety switch on the kickstand, so if you try to put it in gear with the kickstand down, the bike turns off. So what you have to do is you have to put the kickstand up first, and then you can turn it on and put it in gear. Just kick it down into first. Now you're ready to start practicing with the clutch. And this is where a lot of people have problems because they have never driven a bike or a vehicle with a clutch before. A lot of people only drive automatic cars. And I'd say 98% of motorcycles have manual transmissions. It is possible to find automatic ones, but it's kind of difficult and expensive. So what I like to do to teach people how to get used to riding with a clutch is just feather the clutch. So you slowly release it until it starts to grab, and you'll feel the bike start to move. So if I slowly release it out, there you go, the bike starts to move. And you just kind of walk with it and get used to where the clutch grabs and engages. And if you're a new rider, I would always recommend keeping both hands on the handlebars and keeping the front brake covered. So you're just going to want to do this a couple times until you're used to where the clutch starts to grab, and then you can start taking off. So when you're comfortable, you can slowly let the clutch out, walk with the bike, and you don't even have to give it throttle, but if you let the clutch out all the way slowly, the bike will go with no throttle whatsoever. But once you're confident with that and you want to start giving it more throttle, what you can do is when you let the clutch out, just give it some gas and you can go faster. And slowly come to a stop. You want to practice nice, slow, progressive braking. Don't grab the front brake just like that. You want to slowly squeeze it in. So, now that you're ready to take off, you can practice that for some time until you're completely comfortable, and then when you're comfortable with that, come to a stop, put it in neutral, and turn the bike off. Always make sure the kickstand is down, and there you go. You've learned how to ride a motorcycle.